Welcome back to my channel. Today is the third tutorial and we are going to talk about data types. So we are not going much into deep. We are just going to take a quick look and so don't worry if you don't understand anything, because we are going to discuss about each and every one in the next lecture. Today we are just going to take a look quickly just to make clear everything. So let's take a look. Okay, so now let's talk about the data types, and the first one I'm going to talk about is integers. So what I need to say is Python has a keyword like this, int. So what means is Python has an internal keyword for this name, and you are not going to get the whole word integer but a shortened keyword. So this is shortened. And then what are integers? Integers are numbers without a decimal point, or else we can call them whole numbers. So numbers without decimal point, within brackets we can write whole. So actually we can call whole numbers, but just to make it easy for you, I just said the numbers without decimal point. So what are numbers without decimal points? For example, 5, or as 400 without a decimal points. What decimal point means is this one. If we put like this, then it's not correct. So to put like that, we have one called floating point. So we write it like this, and the keyword is float. So this is the one we are going to use in Python. So those are numbers with decimal point. So I guess now you can understand the difference between integers and floating points. So if you take an example, we can say 4.5, or else 400.0. So even though this 400.0 means the same thing as 400, but here if we have a floating point, which is actually a decimal point, if you have a decimal point, then it's float. It doesn't matter whether the meaning is the same thing or not. And the next thing is strings, or else letters we can say, and the keyword is str. And as I said before, it's a sequence of characters. And for example, we can say hi, which are letters now. And what else we can use? Name, for example, Lucitech, my channel name. And yeah, even characters, like we can type singular in our language using our letters, and there is no problem. And even we can put numbers, like 44, but just remember that we can't take this 44 for calculations because it's a string, and those are characters, and we can't use characters to calculation and those kind of things like operation such as addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction. So we can't use them for those operations. And now we come to data structures. Data structures are a little more specialized in basic data types and data objects, because they can actually hold data objects in some sort of sequence or in some sort of mapping. So next we have lists. So we write it like this, and the keyword is just list. And yeah, so list is a sequence of objects. So we can put it like this, sequence of objects. And yeah, what it contains, like we can put like this, we can put square brackets, and inside that we can put some objects. Now for example, we can put 5, which is an integer number, and next we can put a string like hi, Okay, now and next we can put a floating point number, for example 400.0. So we can put a sequence of objects inside a square bracket, and that's what is list. And then we have dictionaries, written like this. And yeah, the keyword is DICT, which is values in pairs. And yeah, we can write it like this. For example, if you take this name, and then we can put its value, for example Lucy, like this, and then close again the curly brackets. So next we have tuples, written like this, and the keyword is TUP. Yeah, and the meaning is immutable objects, written like this, immutable objects. For example, we can say 20 400.3, and tuples are the same thing like list. The only difference is list is having square brackets and tuples are having the normal brackets. And what immutable means is you cannot change an object which is already inside. And the next one is sets, written like this, and the keyword is set, which is a collection of unique objects but not in an order. So collection of unique objects, and as I said before, it's not in an order. So for example, we can take inside the curly brackets E and F, like this. So this is like dictionaries. The only difference is this one is having an order, which is having a column, and this one doesn't have any column, it's just written like this. And we will talk about set in the next lecture, so for now it's just talking like this. Next we have boolean, written like this, and the keyword is bool, written like this, and these are values indicating true or false. Okay, so just look at how it's written: true with capital T and false with capital F. So we need to write like this in the future whenever we are writing codes in Python. This is necessary to remember, so just remember how it's written this one, and remember how it's written this one with capital T and with capital F, and that's it. So don't worry if you didn't understand much. We are going to talk about everything again in the next lecture, one by one. So just don't try to memorize, and that's it actually. Okay, then see you on the next lecture. Bye.